Just don't talk. Yeah.
Who this?
Those demons inside you. Let them go. Before it's too late.
I'm dying.
No way! I can't believe this!
Oh no, man, come on. Oh no. Don't die on me. God damn it. Don't die. Fuzzy.
Somebody did this.
Who is none other than AO Productions 1 on IG. It's been long enough. I know that by now.
AO from AO Productions. Good to be here. Good to see you, man. Good to know you're okay.
Good to know you're okay, man. And I'm glad to hear, of course, and see you right now, at least the way, situation's given. But how have you been so far, and how fearful are you of the Rona at this point?
Fearful, not in the highest regard. Definitely alert and playing it safe more now than before. I think I can speak for a good sum of people when I say that a lot of people thought this wasn't going to be a big deal. It's going to be a 2-week, 3-week thing and just breeze on by, and that was going to be it. But now that it's here and that it's, overpacking the hospitals and the death rates higher than expected and all that stuff, and people of all ages are getting sick and showing crazy symptoms, I think it's serious now.
Well, you can't help but take it serious now because, just like we are here in New York, every place, everywhere else possible is pretty much locked down, quarantine, stay your ass at home, work if you can, if you're afforded the opportunity to do so. It's a scary thought, and I took it serious, at least. Well, before you gave me your news of how it affected you directly, I took it serious when I was going to call the bluff as far as, they're not going to take down the basketball rims at the park because I just started. They can't do that to me. And then they went ahead and did it right afterwards.
They took down the rims?
Yeah, there's a park a 5-minute walk from me right next to the highway, whatever you call it, Woodhaven Boulevard. Took them down. They're gone.
Wild. That is wild. I didn't know that was that serious. Oh no, don't let them fucking play either. Stay the fuck home. Take the rim down. Most rims in New York don't have nets. So the fact that they're willing to take the rim down.
That's
you know what I mean?
Serious.
And if a kid really doesn't care, he'll just aim for where the rim was anyway.
Exactly. But that's another thing too, because I know how you feel, and I try not to touch on politics because I don't care. It's more a matter like a dick measuring contest and who's the better liar and falls back to people's graces.
Woo!
But I gotta big up. Well, let me first put down the easy target here, the cuck in office, which is de Blasio. He's a schmuck.
Oh man.
He looks so uncomfortable even speaking at a lonely tiny desk as he does for his little press conference that no one asked for in the first place. And second of all, he's already such a schmuck. No one cares about your black wife or your half black, half white kids that you peddle on us like you're so diverse and mixed. Come on, pal. You're not legit to begin with. You're not my mayor. But he's looked so uncomfortable, skittish. The what do you call those? Assigned people look more comfortable than they are.
The sign language?
Yeah. And they're probably faking it too. They got exposed, if you remember, a year or two ago. There was people just jumping in and making random ass hand signals. It wasn't.
Oh yeah. No. You can tell. Well, the reason why that one was viral is because the guy kept making the same 3 signs. He would just be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, and so he got caught. And then they were like, "Put the real guy on." And the other guy's like, so it's yeah.
Fuck.
No, but I did watch. I don't know if you watch John Oliver, but John Oliver keeps it real on all bases, and he brought up a video where they were talking about, and I think it was Alabama or Louisiana, where someone had hosted a quarantine party, and then they tested positive. The people went to go get, because after a few days they got sick. And so it's like, you got sick from the Rona at a quarantine party, and the person doing the sign language was like, what the fuck? Like, seriously? It's like, you know, like, people unfortunately aren't taking it serious, and it's not until it gets to a real gray part of the decline, or what we expect to be the decline, that people start to take it serious, or at the peak, I should say, rather. Yeah, man, it's not supposed to be this out of control, and I think everyone, China, Trump, everyone fucking dropped the ball on this one. So I will say, though, is big up to Cuomo, because hate him as much as if you want, being into politics or not, that man is fucking working. He's working to get it done. He's working to make shit happen and really flatten the curve. And I mean, I can't speak to how much he's done for New York, but this is very, very commendable right now.
Now, I was actually he was gonna be the one I big up as opposed to big down for de Blasio, because he's always been like the realer one, I guess, of anybody, governor or whatever. I mean, what before him was the blind guy, right? So
I don't know who the blind guy is.
The blind guy, the black blind guy. What was his name? I forgot. He didn't do much either. Obviously, he couldn't see nothing, or what he was getting into, what he was getting the city into with his blind ass. But no, Cuomo's always been a good one. Very outspoken, very ready to like respond to any given situation. Especially
he's not scared to get his hands dirty or step in the shit, which is something I think people need right now. And most of the time, you know, before all this shit happened, when you saw his face, it was leading to some bad news. But now it's the other way around. So I mean,
he's been really
for whatever standpoint it might be later down the future, like if he tries to push that, like, I got you guys through Corona shit, like, it's like, okay, well, I mean, you can't hate him for that if it turns into that. But I mean, for right now, like, getting the naval ship, adding extra beds, requesting more medical equipment, more masks, all of those things. I mean, I'm pretty sure he has to do something with, you know, getting more New Yorkers some money for them to use for food too. I don't quote me on it, but I mean, he's doing a lot. So I can only imagine how much stress is on him right now, kind of taking lead on all of this.
And he's coming off, like, as they say, cool as a cucumber with it too. He's like, doesn't get easily like fidgety, agitated like de Blasio does. Like, even without a pandemic as we're in right now. He's always like calm, reserved, collected, and he picks his moments to chime in and or respond. And I like that he's been like on equal standing with like Trump with everything he's been saying. He hasn't been afraid. He hasn't backed down.
He hasn't been afraid to say no, he's wrong. Yeah, which is true. I think it's always good to kind of take a look inwards towards those people that we call our politicians, and see how they react in times of crisis, because it says more about their character than their words. You know, like you said, the fact that he is so calm and collective in such a time where everyone's fucking panicking and stressed out says a lot about, you know, how, you know, his demeanor, at least his thought process coming into it. He's not, I don't think, if he is scared, right, it's not showing well.
No.
He's doing a good job at hiding. He's doing a good job at, you know, hiding back his emotions or his personal thoughts on it, but doing a really good job of kind of pushing towards a positive outcome. So yeah, again, big ups to him. Fuck that guy, Trump.
Which guy?
Trump. I just fuck that guy. Seriously.
Well, there's one room used to have an ornament, and there's walk-in freezers.
He said he doesn't believe when New York, like, as a whole, requested more like respirators and masks and stuff. He's like, I don't think you guys need it. I think you guys can do with. It's like, no, motherfucker, we're telling you there's not enough. It's not that we can't use it. It's that we're overusing what we have, and what we can't keep using the same stuff over and over. You don't fucking use the same paper flaky fucking mask to go back to work the next day. You need a whole new mask, and that mask doesn't really do much, by the way.
Ain't it
Those little
supposed to just contain it if you got it? Pretty
those
much.
little blue. Not even that, bro. Because like some of it's like mesh, and then like if the lining's not tight, it fucking just lets whatever out. So like,
I hate when the lining's not tight. Shame. And you got to find out firsthand too. It's like, oh, this buildup.
No, and I forgot. Some guy was saying like, you know, like if you don't have the mask, if you're not wearing the mask properly, then the whole thing is useless. Like if it's loose, if you're wearing the mask and it's not completely covering the sides, and if you breathe and you can feel air escaping, then that means there's air coming into it too. So like, the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's so stupid. But yeah, it's a fucking shit show, guys.
But I guess the burning question is, you know, everybody's been affected at this point by Rona. I won't say the name, obviously, but besides you, I actually have a close friend I know from college back when that actually has it now and is quarantined at home. You know, shout outs to him. I mean, you know, he knows who he is. But, you know, shout outs to him. He's doing well as far as I hear. He just so happens to be Asian as well, on top of all things. So Trump will probably say, hey, he was going to get it anyway. It's okay. Big deal. No loss. Whatever. God forbid he croaks or something. But he's doing okay as far as I know, according to his stories. But now we need to know how you got affected of all things. And as much as you can divulge, of course, too.
Well, yeah. So funny enough, my girlfriend, I won't say her name, works in the medical field. She's a nurse that's more focused on the heart. So usually she's helping with like surgeries or transplants or things like that. But because of Corona being so up right now, they had to convert her unit to help with people that are affected by it. And one of her fellow doctor or coworkers, I should say, was showing symptoms and happened to have traveled just a month or so before. And he was, you know, as you can imagine, sweating out the ass and coughing and sneezing in the middle of a procedure, which is totally not okay. And of course, he's, you know, doctors, for whatever reason, from what I understand, tend to have this God complex. Or like surgeons, they tend to feel like they're more superior, they have more knowledge, they make more money, they're more successful than their, you know, than the people they work around. So this fucking guy completely neglected all the symptoms, and a week or so later, she gets hit with, hey, you should set up a test because we have a confirmed case in your unit. We're not going to say his name, but he was showing symptoms a few days ago. And she's like, you got to be fucking kidding me. So, yeah, long story short, she got it. I took her to go get a test. Luckily, because she works in the medical field, she was able to get one. I wasn't able to get one because of the low inventory of tests available. Thank you, Trump, you fucking piece of shit. And yeah, I came back positive, and we've been in quarantine for like a month or so now.
Okay.
Yeah, so I haven't been able to go back and like see my family, like my brother and my mom, because I don't want to get them, put them at risk. She got it pretty bad. She got all the fucking symptoms. She basically checked all boxes, and we were pretty close to going to the hospital, believe it or not. And that's the last thing she wanted to do. But luckily, we, you know, followed the steps. We stayed home. We quarantined. We took Tylenol. I was able to get my hands on some West Indies medical supplies, more of the natural products and ingredients like turmeric and elderberry, and making teas. I have a friend, shout out to Kerwin. I'm actually going to plug him because he's taking his own time and blood, sweat, and tears in the effort to make products that are more wholesome and have shown to help improve respiratory systems and overall health for other reasons. He gave me some sea moss, which, if you don't know, is like a super sea moss.
Oh, I thought you said semen.
No, Jesus Christ, sea moss.
Hey, protein.
sea moss, it has 92 of the 102 minerals in the body, and it's known to help with everything from teeth to skin to respiratory system to digestive system.
Yeah, I did see that on your story. Actually, you had a whole jar of it, right?
Yeah, it's intense. I mean, I'm pretty sure you remember I don't like eating anything seafood related. Like, I'm very picky, and that shit actually tastes pretty fishy. So it's tough, but I usually try to mix it in like if I make a juice, like some kale, some spinach, throw a spoon in there. I just resorted to just doing a spoonful, which apparently is not it's not common for people to do that, and usually people do smaller dosages on a daily basis. I just took a whole tablespoon, and he actually hit me up and was like, "Dude, you're a warrior. Like, you're a brave guy. That's a lot of sea moss for a day."
Well, look at that. It only took a pandemic for you to finally divulge into some seafood of some sorts.
Right. No, and funny enough, I actually, you know, I don't, you know, say what you will, but I barely showed any symptoms compared to my girlfriend. It's been, we're getting closer to the month mark, but I think it's been 3 weeks since I've shown any real symptoms. Like, I didn't go through the fever, the sweat, the chills, the coughing, or the sneezing, or the runny nose, or the body aches. The most I had, I think, was like a mild headache 2.5 weeks ago, and then I want to say last week I tried to do some exercises on the roof, and I had some shortness of breath for like 10 minutes. Other than that, I was fine. It's been a breeze, to be honest.
I think I might be better off asking a marine biologist this, because I don't know my sea life like that. But as far as sea moss, ain't that stuff that goes off the rocks and the reefs and whatever?
Sea moss is, it's an it's an algae. So it
algae.
Does. It's a species of red algae that grows abundantly along the rocky parts of the Atlantic coast of Europe and North America.
Okay, because I was thinking sea moss is right there, and the fish, you know, however little or big they are, they access it to eat, obviously. But I'm thinking about, if I was a fish, I'd probably use the sea moss to like scratch my fish nuts, if anything, or like get a little tingle off it too. That's why I wouldn't even dare try to eat the sea moss, because I think about all the fish nuts.
I'm actually going to read this description. If you go on Google and search, what does it do for your body? This is from the some herb website, but it says sea moss is a source of potassium chloride, a nutrient which helps to dissolve catarrhs, inflammation, and phlegm in the mucous membranes, which cause congestion. It also contains compounds which act as natural antimicrobial and antiviral agents, helping to get rid of infections. So, if in the long and short of that is that it is going to help with breaking down compounds that might be relative to the coronavirus. It's not to say it's going to fucking cure it, but from what we understand on the news and of course in the hospitals, it can spread any which way, but it's essentially like a coating of mucus that is attacking your respiratory system. So that's why you're seeing people with signs of like pneumonia and having trouble breathing. That big symptom of not being able to having a hard time breathing, or like a new one which is really crazy is you lose your sense of smell and taste because of it. So I witnessed that myself. It was like I heard my girlfriend say she couldn't taste like apples or orange juice and shit. So it was kind of fucking scary. Like, I'm not gonna lie, but
sounds it.
Yeah, but I mean, after a month, it's like she's up and at 'em. They gave her the okay to go back to work, and she's at work right now, helping some people hopefully not die from the shit. So it's real.
So then, from the same place she got it from to begin with, she's back at it right now.
Yeah, bro. So, I have to. I would be. I'd be a piece of shit if not to commend and really thank the first responders all the medical workers, anyone who works in the medical field, all the ambulances that are probably having to pick up people, all police officers responding to calls, everyone that's out every day, like having to deal with this shit, like they must be undergoing so much stress and mental fatigue that it's like out of this world. And honestly, they all fucking deserve like the longest vacation and the highest pay after this, dude.
Oh yeah. Once this is all done, yeah,
so
just
bad.
send them all, book them all somewhere nice, get them away from all the mess.
Hawaii, bro, Hawaii.
Oh,
Hawaii, something
probably,
nice.
that's what I was thinking too. You know, looking on the brighter side of things,
Yeah, bro.
as we should at a time like this. Just imagine like how Hawaii and places like that, just completely away from all this mess, is going to be once it's all over.
If anything, I would think of like of the places that are known to be like higher tourist attractions, like the ones that have been hit the hardest due to loss in business in tourism areas, should be the first ones to open their doors. But not just like open the doors and, hey, come spend your money, but like actually provide those services to those people. Because, dude, like, I even follow this nurse who works in the ER, and she takes time out of her day to post about on a day-to-day basis what she sees, what she hears, and it's heartbreaking to hear how fucking bad it is. Like they're going to work knowing they're gonna fucking watch someone die today. It's fucking, imagine having to wake up to that every day.
Yeah.
You know? And it's it could be something as simple as just staying home, bro. Like there's people still not doing that. So yeah, it bothers me a lot to see that, and I wouldn't want anyone, especially not my girlfriend, to have to deal with that. So, yeah, man, stay the fuck home. Is my long and short of that is stay home and wash your hands.
Now, speaking of your family, outside of yourself, you haven't been directly hit, thank God. You're just like an immediate associate with someone.
Kind of like they're one of those, like it was there, but it just, all right, you're good. And I don't know, maybe it's the CMOS. Maybe I like to think that the diet does play a good part of it, but not everyone has access to that. But if you do, it doesn't hurt. Like just essentially taking care of yourself in general, whether it be exercise, whether it be your diet, like all that does help in the long run. So, yeah, man.
So, question:
my family's fine.
Oh,
my
my fault.
immediate family's fine. Huh?
You're saying your family? My fault.
Oh, my immediate family's fine. My brother, my mother's fine. They've been quarantining. I've been FaceTiming them because I can't physically go see them. But yeah, man. And I've been checking up on friends, relatives, first and second cousins. I've been checking up on everyone just to see how they're doing, because I can imagine some of them are going crazy, and I'm pretty sure some of them might be dumb enough to go out and think it's okay. But once I don't try to tell them everything, but once they understand, look, it hit home and it was bad, don't take the chance.
Now, I guess it must be hitting your brother of all people, Manny, hardest, because he's the globe hopper. He's the one never staying put. Like Mr. Weekend over here, weekend over there. Catching flights, catching feelings like an IG hoe.
I think he's handling it pretty well, to be honest. With someone like him who has that personality to kind of think ahead, I think it might be stressful to think about okay, we should get medicine or this and that for the following week right now. And that even in itself being a problem is probably not the easiest thing to deal with, but someone that thinks like that is usually the one to survive pretty long. So I'm not too worried about him. I am concerned that because he's taking care of more than one person at home, he has to be the one to head outside and go to the supermarket and this and that. I know a lot of people don't have masks, but that doesn't give you the right to fucking just go out and pretend like it's not happening.
He's a big boy. He can afford to sweat a little bit. The layers, bundling up in the mask and all that.
My thing is that they say that if you already have like different medical conditions or infections or diseases that you're dealing with, you're more immunosuppressed. So it makes it harder to fight off the virus. Like if you have asthma, if you're a diabetic or pre-diabetic, or if you had high blood pressure, any of those like things that, you know, we tend to kind of get passed down through our families or develop in adulthood, it just is going to make getting the virus that much worse. So I think that's where I kind of struck out with that. You know, I thank, you know, knock on wood, haven't had any other conditions that were weighing me down and dealing with the virus, but my girlfriend has asthma.
Man.
So that really fucked up her, you know what I mean? So like she wasn't even using an inhaler before she got sick, and now she's back on it like heavy because it's like fucked her breathing up. So and fuck that doctor too. I'm not gonna say his name. Motherfuck that doctor. Seriously, like, they should have suspended his ass, because if he knew he wasn't feeling, I mean, that's the first thing any job is gonna tell you, is if you feel like shit, do not come to work. You're gonna get someone sick. And he did it anyway. You know, he could have easily prevented anyone else getting sick by just staying home, but he didn't do it. So. Yeah, if I see that guy, I'm gonna tell him, fuck him in his face.
Listen, fuckhead, you fucking crossed the line. Get that through your goddamn fucking head.
That's good.
Well,
yeah, man.
what I've been worrying about ever since before the Rona, ever since before we even linked back up like that, pause, as we did, you know, bro to bro, I mean, strictly.
Yeah.
You have been bitten again by the beat making bug, of all things, amidst the Rona scare.
Yeah, I happen to, well, one of the things I guess keeping me sane now is trying to learn more about this new program, Machine 2, which is about to get like some crazy updates. Even as we speak, they're talking about getting rid of like half the features and plugins to make it like an official program where you can create a full track start to finish. So that's always cool. I luckily have a family member. Shout out to Jimmy Crow in Florida. He allowed me to have access to the program, and I've been watching videos when I can and learning how to use it. And I got my little MIDI keyboard here, if you guys know what that is. Yeah, putting it to work little by little. Though it is complicated because this keyboard doesn't exactly go with the program, so I'm learning like 2 or 3 different things at once. Can be time consuming, but we fucking have time, so yeah.
How much time you have now, per se, left, I guess, under quarantine?
Well, according to their number, I'm technically done, but I've been furloughed from my job, so I still have my job. It's just I can't go back to work until they open, and they're talking about not opening up till the possibility of the 20th of April. So this was a week ago. It was, you know, they were saying they were planning on opening by the 30th of March, and they were like, nope, it's still bad. We're going to push it back to the 20th. So, I mean, it's good to know that I have a job if shit goes back to normal, but it sucks to know that the worse it gets, the more time I have out of not making any money. So that's not good. But as far as quarantining goes, I mean, it's not to say like I'm safe. There's always the possibility of being asymptomatic, which means you don't show symptoms and you don't feel sick, but you can pass it on to someone, which is another reason why the mask is so important.
Right.
But theoretically speaking, I mean, even up until the 20th, if I go absolutely nowhere until April 20th, by the time I come outside, I should be like not even contagious anymore. So there's a bright side to that. And of course, I mean, I have enough fucking CMOS to last me that long. So yeah, man, it's just a waiting game now for me, honestly. It's not even to say that I'm not like, it's good to go outside. It's just that there's no reason to go out right now, you know?
That's good. That's good to hear, though. But oh yeah, and by the way, thank you for pointing out earlier. Shout out to Jimmy Crow, your cousin, I believe.
Yeah, another great fucking producer.
Oh, is he? Okay.
And an aspiring DJ, from what I understand.
Okay.
I think he kind of found that calling a little bit later, but it's been something that's been in the chamber for quite some time. I think it's something, if Corona starts to go sideways in Florida, which it looks like it might, he might just start to have enough time to get into that field. And nice. I know he's a great DJ. I know he's a hell of a melodies guy when it comes to beats. So yeah, be on the lookout for him. He's dope.
Sure, definitely like to have him on soon enough. In that case, I didn't know he was like that busy.
Oh, he's a fan. He's a fan.
I know. He showed love. I appreciate that.
Yeah. He mentioned an episode. If I can remember, I'll definitely bring it back up. But he was saying something. An episode we did together that had him in fucking tears. I wish I could remember which one. I was just talking to him like yesterday, day before yesterday.
Was it your Bougie Boy episode, French Man?
I think it was actually. Yeah, it was with the croissants. He was like, "Yo, I can't believe you fucking did a whole spill on fucking croissants." I think that's what it was. Yeah. Oh man, that sucks even more, bro. Like the place I was fucking going to get croissants. I'm not. But yeah, they shut down. It fucking sucks.
Yeah, everything shut down. I never thought I'd live to see the day. First off, when there's like literally a Starbucks there's like 5 Starbucks within my 1 mile radius.
Yeah.
That's first. But now I can't even go out to get a cup of coffee outside my house at this point no more. All the shops are closed. Starbucks is gone pretty much. Dunkin' Donuts has been out of here.
Well, you're still able to work from home, right? So have you thought about like getting your own like maker and just buying the stuff to make it at home?
I have the little maker here. I make that almost every morning, so I do that. But then sometimes I'm lazy and I forget the milk. Okay. So then I'm assed out. Or I forget the sugar, I'm assed out. So I need milk and sugar with mine. I can't do black. So
okay.
I only like my coffee black, but that's about it. Not my coffee. Coffee, I need the flavor and the lightness.
It's a good problem not to have that I don't drink coffee.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Exactly.
Fuck that. Everyone has their thing. It's tough for me to. I'm still struggling to get rid of of soda and fucking like sweet juice. It's tough,
Have you had that problem now? Like besides healthy eating, of course, or you like divulge into snacks or like little.
Oh, absolutely. It's it's serious. Like there's times where I get to the point where I'm like, all right, fuck it. Like I'm going to the store, like just to get like an abundance of snacks. And yeah, and that's the thing is like that shit really does add up. Like especially if you're not active on top of that, like you're just fucking, you're couch potatoing it and eating sugar and fucking chips and all that, it'll come back to haunt you. So, yeah, I think I've calmed it down. I can definitely say that. I have been subbing a lot of fruits into the morning routine. So I usually take like the vitamins and pills and all the stuff like when I actually wake up, and then throughout the day just try to add in more water and more juice, natural juice. But it's not easy. Yeah, that's like years and years of fucking like staying awake and video games and then just junk food. Like that's ingrained in me at this point. But,
which I've always been envious of, because you, just like a good friend of mine, George, also his name.
Right.
He's a younger brother, someone I knew from middle school and everything.
That's the Street Fighter guy?
The Street Fighter kid, yeah, the one you were supposed to challenge.
Ah, you.
Yeah.
That guy.
You'll have to do better than that.
Okay. That's for Charlie. That's for soldiers.
But he just like you, at least the stories you told me about, had that same metabolism, just eating nonstop, the White Castle and this and that, the other, just like not gaining the pound.
Yeah.
But did you have the same problem he did as far as like noxious gas, like fart, atomic bomb level gas, or no?
That I did not have, surprisingly. But no, my stomach, I have a stomach of steel, which is a good. I mean, it's good and bad in the sense. I think when we started the quarantine, that was the first thing that fucked me up. Like my stomach was not working, dude. It might as well have shut down like the entirety. But it didn't matter if I was eating healthy or junk food. My stomach was just not fucking with it. And that was for a few days. But as a kid, dude, I was disgusting as a kid. I was fucking mixing shit that has no business being mixed and not getting sick from it. Like, you're talking about sweet and savory, but like breakfast and dinner, like shit like that. Like, it was terrible. I can't even. I think the only like cookies and chicken wings, like that doesn't make sense. Like something like that. Like that doesn't sound bad, but if you think about it, right? Like a hot melted chocolate chip on top of a really like the barbecue sauce and ketchup drowned chicken wing, and then it was bad.
Okay.
Well, that was one time. I did try to get experimental, and this is the one I get like. I don't know. A lot of people seem to go, ugh, but I don't. I think it's not that bad. I took a Chef Boyardee ravioli and put the Chinese duck sauce on it. It sounds weird, but there's something there. There's something there. I'm not crazy.
That's tame.
Yeah.
Was it the beefy ravioli or whatever?
Say again?
Was that the beefy kind?
Yeah, the squares, not beefaroni.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Beefaroni has like a bittery taste. I don't think that would have made sense. No, I don't know if there's, or like PB&J with cheese. Is that weird?
No, I never heard of that, but it's not weird.
It's not. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure there's something there, but there's some stuff that, it should have fucked up my stomach and it didn't. And that was just one of those things. But I digress.
I remember the story you told me about the guy, I think that went vegan, but right before he did the White Castle case.
100 burgers. David.
Right.
Shout out to Big Day. Actually, I think I messaged him about a week ago we were talking about the Nintendo Switch. But that story still rings true. He fucking went ham sandwich. He got 100 burgers for a bunch of coworkers, and he ate like 30 of them, and then like in that same week went to like McDonald's and got all the big sandwiches, and like he like completely meated out, like ate every type of poultry imaginable, and then like went cold turkey vegan. It's crazy, and he's been that way for years.
Speaking of, actually, I gotta give a big thumbs down to that breakfast baconator from Wendy's. A lot of hype.
Baconator?
Yeah.
That's a new one that just came out?
I don't know how new it is, but I haven't seen it before, really. But they were like promoting it like crazy. It was always on my Twitter feed, all that too, like the breakfast baconator, just like lunch for breakfast, pretty much with an egg and all that. They make it, like promo. They make it look all juicy and big and whatever. Pause. Like in the ads, you're gonna like hurt your mouth trying to get it in all at once, but then I had it. It was like this little tiny thing, half an egg almost. It wasn't hitting.
It sounds like it would be good, but I'm surprised Wendy's, fucked that one up. Did you see the meme that said that the coronavirus, it's not even a conspiracy theory, it's just a really bad joke. It was like, it probably was the Popeye's chicken sandwich that got everyone sick. I don't know.
You never know. I mean, where are they getting that chicken from? It's so brolic and big.
Facts. Oh, yeah. I haven't seen that anywhere.
And by the way, that is good, though. I don't know if you had one.
I have. I had the spicy one.
Spicy, yeah. Same
spicy one was legit. But yeah, it can't be that because I didn't get sick. So I didn't get that sick off of it. So, and not upset the stomach either, which is good.
That's really good. Actually, you know what? Since you seem to be an expert as far as your junk food pass and all that.
Not an expert. Not an expert. Don't give me that.
You're a seasoned vet. Where do you rank fries as far as anybody you could think of? Who's your number 1, 2, and 3? for fries?
Oh shit. I'm a little different. So fuck. Okay. I was worried this question was gonna come up. Not here, but just in general, because I don't know. So
All right,
I
well, let's
tend
put a scenario. How about like you wake up, everything's still open, and you're only craving fries, like nothing to go with it.
Okay. Shit. Okay. Well, I don't eat McDonald's, so I haven't eaten McDonald's in years. I think that is worth mentioning because they have like the craziest fucking meat and fries you could think of. Not because of that, but because I was habitually eating it to a point where I actually physically got sick, like on some Super Size Me type shit, basically. So I stopped eating McDonald's. That was years ago. They're not on my top three. I'm gonna just go with the three places I fuck with the most. In no particular order. Wendy's fries is gonna be up there. It can be a hit or a miss. I feel like the sea salt's a good touch. If it's not cooked well and it's just soggy, it's not the best. Sometimes you get a Wendy's that has like the A grade, like the A sanction.
Yeah.
They tend to like really let it cook for a bit, and you get a bit of crunch to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I fuck with them. White Castle's loaded fries can be good. If you like crinkle, actually, hold on, I'm gonna take it back. If it's three, Nathan's crinkle cut fries is the shit.
Ooh.
Nathan's fries is fire.
I haven't had it in a while.
Yeah, like the last time I had it, I think was it last summer? It's been a while, but I was in Coney Island when I had it, and I had cheese crinkle cut fries. That shit was legit. It was crunch, savory. It wasn't old. It had that warmness on the ends. The texture was perfect. And then this is where it kind of gets controversial. So my number one is probably going to be Five Guys fries.
You know, I tried to be diplomatic. I tried to be nice about those motherfuckers. And now they're over there with a trophy. But we all know they're cheaters. Every New Yorker knows that they are a cheating motherfucking lying bastard.
Because here's the problem. So I don't know if it's because of the oil, if it's the peanut, if it's the oil itself. Because that's the double-edged sword of it. I feel like it makes the fries too greasy, but if it's done right, it actually makes the fries that much better. It's healthier. It's a healthier option. As far as their potatoes, where they're actually from, they're not like GMO. They're actually like sourced from the same spot. And you get a shit ton of them. That's the other benefit. It's like
you do.
If you're really the big fries guy, I tell them to give me extra fries, and they never say no. There was one time they said no, and I was like, "Fuck you guys," but I still had like half a bag. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is insane. But yeah, I think those are my top three.
Oh, so you went reverse with it. You said number one, Five Guys, number two, Nathan's, number three.
Nathan's, number three, Wendy. Number three can be, so Wendy's and White Castle's could be tied because White Castle's tend to fuck up a little bit more when you really want it. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like they let the fries like sit and sweat and then give it to you versus like getting it done and immediately giving it to you. And that's where I guess Five Guys has that step up. It's like they're not giving you old fries. They're making it right away. They're making it in front of you and then giving it to you. So you know it's not like an old batch of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you see it all getting done.
Like McDonald's, I know for a fact they used to do that. Like they used to put in the bag and then fucking salt the living shit out of it and then leave it there. And then when someone ordered fries, they would take from that same batch. So you could get like fries that are 5, 10, 20, fucking 30 minutes old and you wouldn't know.
Yeah, but the trick was that I learned, I forgot from who, was just you don't even have to ask for first batch.
Oh, with no salt.
No salt. Right.
Yeah.
Then
I learned that when I got that right before I stopped. Yeah, it's kind of funny to see them react to because they're like, "Fuck, we didn't know the order." You know what I mean? It's like if you ask for a soda with no ice, it's like they already have one. They're like, shit, and then they gotta do another one. Yeah, and it's stupid because you can ask for no salt and it still tastes salty. Do you ever get that?
Yeah, I got that.
That's crazy. What would your three be?
Oh God, I mean, you threw me off with yours. I mean,
I know, man. Hey, man, I do this. I do this when it comes to fries, for sure.
I mean, you know the struggle. I'm a Virgo, so depends on the day, depends on the mood. It might switch.
We're both Virgos. What the fuck are you talking about?
Exactly. So you know my struggle. We're in the same boat.
I feel you. Yeah, it could be a vibe. It could be a vibe thing.
I mean, I still probably go default number one McDonald's just because the no fries. I no salt. I mean.
Wow. Okay.
Like a fresh batch of just even with no salt, it's still salty enough to the touch, to the taste.
Yeah.
Still good for me. Number two would probably be, if I had to choose, I think Burger King, just because they're close enough, but they're different.
So they get a, what is it? They get a shout out. They get an honorable shout out for me because Burger King has been hitting lately. It's just, I think it's something about, I don't know. Something is off about it though. I don't know what. I don't know if it's in the taste.
But I'll get my batch sometimes, and let's say like 3-4 times out of 5, I'll get an onion ring.
Oh, I thought, yeah.
I'll eat that first, and it kind of gives it a different kind of hit and taste.
But they're not supposed to give you that. That's the funny thing. The fact that you could think of it as a bonus, or you could think of it like, yo, I wanted fries, not onion rings.
G-code.
Yeah. No, I give it to them. I give it to them.
Damn.
I feel like I go. Yeah, I feel like I like their onion rings a little bit more than the fries.
They definitely are. They definitely are better with onion
They
rings.
hit. They definitely hit. They got that one a lot for sure. I haven't had.
If we're talking onion rings or onion whatever, or like a fried onion,
yeah,
Outback with the blooming onion is still like.
I haven't been to Outback in years, bro. What? Oh my God!
And then when I moved to where I'm at right now, Rego Park, they finally decided to close down the Outback. That was like a 5-minute walk from me. Like we're Target.
Oh fuck! I was gonna say, like, is there one out there? Like, you can go to that one.
Yeah, I was gonna say too, but no, they closed that one. I don't know of any other ones now.
Are you far from Gateway?
Gateway
Mall? I think there's one there, but that's in. No, that would be. Never mind. I think it's closer to the Brooklyn. Like it's. I don't know if it's by JFK. Maybe. Don't quote me on it. I'll just
probably.
Look it up. I'll look it up and get back to you.
Yeah, but I always miss that blooming onion with the sauce or whatever they give you.
Do you fuck with Dallas BBQs? They have a onion loaf.
I think I had that actually. It's close enough.
That one, it's again, it's been a while, but I remember having some off of someone else that I was with there, and it had like a Five Guys sort of cook to it, but then like the crunch or like the bite of damn, I don't know. It was good though. I honorable mention to them too, honestly, because if they can keep that up, like to this day, how good that was, yeah, I'd go back for that.
Yeah. And then I guess number 3, if I had to choose, it might be weird just because I'm older, obviously, but I still go with the KFC wedges, but only with a side of coleslaw.
KFC wedges? Oh, potato wedges?
Yeah.
Woo! You took it back, bro. Shit.
But I have to have the coleslaw with it. I can't have them alone.
Eat it with coleslaw?
Take a bite, dip it in the coleslaw, eat it again.
I'd counter that and say if I had to do McDonald's fries, I would do it with a vanilla shake.
That's odd.
You haven't done that?
Nah, I can see that.
You're welcome. When you do it, you're welcome. Because you're going to do it. And I promise you're going to be like, holy shit. It's tempered. It's the temperature and flavor.
Mm.
That's what it is. Because you get sweet, savory, and salty, and then hot and cold in one bite.
And that's a good thing you brought up in milkshakes from McDonald's, because those are so good and thick, and rich that they're always still worth it when you have. I try to limit myself to one a summer, because then I'll just go one every day if I have to.
Question as serious as cancer.
Do you? I guess I have a question for you. Do you? You said it's based on mood and vibes, right? When you get the craving for something, do you immediately stick to that? Do you stick to that, or do you alternate and go with like a plan B when you get the craving?
If I got no choice, I go with a plan B, but the plan B is always like impromptu.
Okay. Yeah, no. If I get the craving for Five Guys fries, it's a mission. It's immediately like, okay, this is what we're doing. It's fucking Call of Duty style. We're fucking deploying. We're like coming down the helicopter at night and fucking like looking for which one's still open, but like not gonna have people, and then calling them in advance and saying, hey, I'll be there in 10 minutes. I just want a large order of fries. Can you please have it done in 10 minutes? Thank you. And then you fucking pull out in 9 minutes, so you get there a minute early just to see.
Actually, speaking of Call of Duty, I don't know if you saw. Well, it's only on PS4 right now, but they got a remastered Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 now.
Really?
But the only catch is it's only the campaign. There's no multiplayer.
Was it worth it? I mean,
that's the one that had no Russian.
Oh yeah, that was a crazy one. No, Modern Warfare 2's campaign did. Yeah, no. Now that because there's a few guys that I follow that are like video game guys that said like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 was like a masterful game because of its campaign. Like the storyline.
The last good one.
Yeah, no. To remaster that, though, would be insane for PS4. Especially if you got like the setup, like big TV, 4K, whatever, and sound bar or whatever, speakers.
Yeah.
That would be a good time. That would be great for quarantine. That would be great for quarantine.
I'm actually going to play that later probably. I already got it downloaded, but...
You have it? Shit!
Yeah, but the only thing is, whatchamacallit? Again, it has no multiplayer, but I think it's a big enough file they're going to add it on later on anyway.
Oh, yeah, they should. Well, that might get confusing depending on how many people they allow to play the campaign at a time. I think you could play 2 before, right? So, like, if you have 2 people there. But, like, online, that might get glitchy.
I was just thinking hopefully just regular multiplayer, like bring back those maps from that version.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Like, bring back the map. Okay, I see what you're saying. Bring back the maps to do multi. That would be insane. Yeah. Did I tell you I got the Switch before the quarantine happened?
Yeah, and you was fiending over Tetris 99, right? Something like that.
I'm getting fucking old, bro. Shit. That's the game of choice. It's fucking Tetris. Well, we got Mario Kart 8, but, like, there's no campaign to that. Like, the shit is that you're literally going up against 99 people who are trying to fuck you up the entire time. You know what I mean? Like, you can't talk to them. You can't see who's playing. And you can't see their name. But you can see their screen and see how quick they're progressing through while also watching you can watch 99 other people go to war with each other while you're trying to survive and kill all of them. It's for fucking Tetris even, it's insane. Like, it literally is insane. I've gotten to like the 6th one left. Like, I gotten that close, but at that point it's like the pieces are falling so fast you can't even fucking see it. And then on top of that, you got your shit is piling up because people are attacking you. Those other 4 people are attacking your 5. Yeah,
Tetris will make my head hurt, so I can't do it with like harassing me with this shit.
Spectacular display of balance, that nimble brutality.
Did you download Asphalt?
No.
Racing game. That's my other go-to right now. That's more like I don't know if it's like a relative of like burnout, like that intensity, but definitely like more about like speed and doing missions and getting cars and shit. It's almost more like a mobile app racing game that's been turned into a full console game. It's pretty cool.
I'll check it out though.
It's free for the Switch.
Oh, good. Free's good.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna have you buy the game. That's why I was so surprised, because there's so much to do and there's so many cars now, like that you have to like work your way up to, and even for a fucking free game, it makes you like really work for it.
Should tell me about it. Right now, I'm stuck in my free time, of course, and not while I'm working. I'm doing a Gran Turismo, so I have to unlock.
Bro, fuck. That's the game. That's the racing game of games, man. I can never fucking get the licenses for that for this shit. It's so hard.
I'm
like,
stuck doing that right now. I'm trying to get through the full
school. Good luck, dude. I hope you don't break your control or your fucking TV in the process. It's so tough because you like have to be super
precise,
super precise with turns and drifts, and then you have to hit like a certain time and not even like bump into the wall and shit. And then they replay and they go, "Ha ha, you fucked up. You suck." The game literally tells you suck without saying it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm being tedious where I don't move on to the next one unless I got gold in the past one. So I'm trying to do all that.
Bro, you're definitely a Virgo, bro. You're definitely a Virgo. You're shooting for perfect, and that game is, yeah, that game takes it out.
It's not easy.
I'm pretty sure I've had like 3 different Gran Turismo. 0 of them have been completed 100%. And again, it's because of that shit. Like license and like that one race where you have like the car that's just a little too slow.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's yeah.
Or you buy the one you like more, but you know it's slow and you still use it. I'm still trying to push through with that old ass 300Z fucking Nissan.
You got a fucking you got the Nissan and you're going up against the fucking Lambo or some shit. Like, yeah, good luck. Good luck with that, buddy. No upgraded accessories or drivetrain or anything. No turbocharge. Good fucking luck.
Your mother's a dead system. It was so bad. I was like, oh.
But again, as we were saying, and of course, I'd like to thank you, Angel, AO Productions 1 and IG, of course, good friend, the family to the show as always, to cap things off properly, to certify the fact that the Rona has not had you down, at least in the creative aspect, and as we touched on earlier, with the beat making, you got the bug again.
Uh-oh.
What do you got for us today to close things out?
Okay, well, because I don't want to embarrass myself with the project I started that hasn't made much progress.
Actually, do you have a Rona file separate from the stuff you're working on already, or are they all kind of?
Well, I mean, I can make it now. Now that you say that, yeah, that does make sense to do, right? So, like, have beats so I can say, like, this is everything I made during quarantine. Yeah, I guess I do. I have, like, 3 works in progress, maybe, and then 1 that for sure I'm trying to finish. So I could play this one. This one's called Robocop. It is still a work in progress, only because this beat was the last one I made on the previous program, the previous DAW that I was using. So it's a little bit more, it's a bit tedious to kind of transfer it to the new program, but eventually I'm going to have to do it. So, but a lot of people, I've been trying to get feedback from people to tell me like what they think of these beats. So yeah, Robocop. You can hear it okay?
Dead or alive, you are coming with
Work in progress.
I wish I had the visor like he did in the movie, just to like, just for the beat.
Dead or alive.
With me.
Oh man, yeah, that one's gonna be a fun one because I've just gone down like a rabbit hole of searching like different images and snips and stuff, and I found actually, I think it was in a preview mentioning the last one to come out on YouTube, and I heard him say it, and I'm like, that shit's whack. The old one's better. And then I went to find that snippet, and yeah, I'm definitely gonna. The way I'm gonna promote this beat when I'm done with it's gonna be fire, because I have a lot of parts of movie clips that I wanna also try to integrate to the beat, but not overdo it. So
that'd be awesome if you can get the guy that played Robocop, because I'm sure he's not doing anything right now anyway.
He's positive. He's positive. Oh man, no! Shout out to him because he did a really good fucking job on that movie.
Yeah, that's underrated. That movie, the first one, I mean.
Yeah, but also the Nintendo, the Game Boy game you sent me.
Yeah.
It has a vibe. It definitely has some inspiration to work into, but I feel like that's gonna turn into a whole nother beat in itself. So, yeah, I'll definitely try to fuck with it. I mean, I have like a little over 10 hours to myself right now. I might just fucking go in on that beat after this. But yeah, man, it was a pleasure talking to you. I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad your family's okay. I'm glad to hear you're not sick, and that you're safe at home. And I hope whoever watches, hears this, also takes it into consideration that the virus hasn't shown any signs of really calming down, and the hospitals are only getting more packed. So it really is up to us to take it seriously, stay home, wash our hands, and wash your ass, hands, and face. Not in that order.
Yeah, no. Wash your ass.
But wash your entire head to toe for more than 20 seconds over at each part. You know what I mean? Like they say hands 20 seconds. Do pits 30 seconds, head a minute, ass 2 minutes. You know what I mean? Like work. You know what you're doing. Just
Don't be afraid to spread your own ass cheeks just to make sure the full crevice is fully soaked and lathered. It's vital for your sons. This whole thing started with someone not wiping their ass properly and definitely not cleaning their ass.
Can you imagine, dude? Oh my gosh.
I can imagine in 20
Imagine if the virus was fecal particles that stuck to a door handle and someone took it. So remember how in the last podcast we talked about poop traveling? Imagine that same particle, but in China, and it spread that far out. We're all smelling someone's shit. You know what I'm saying? The fact that we're not taking care of it is crazy. You know what I mean?
And that's why it's not the Wuhan virus, it's the Woo-Hah. Like the old Busta Rhymes songs. Because it's got us all in check. Woo-Hah. Also,
I'm done with that. I'm done with that.
Someone tag Busta Rhymes. We'll get him involved. We'll probably remake the song just for that.
Put your mask on right over your face.
Wash your hands. Wash your hands.
Yo, Busta. They calling you in the studio, bro. Oh, man. That would be amazing. Yo. Busta Rhymes remix.
He's going to do it. Man. I just gave him a gem. As long as you get the cosign with the beat.
You gave him the beat, damn near. You gave him the melody. I mean, you gave him the whole... Yeah.
Just
that shouldn't take him long at all, honestly.
No.
Shouldn't take him long at all. Especially if he has the stems and the masters to that track, he should just be able to go doop, 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 and then fucking throw it in.
And the good thing is this is recorded, so intellectual property, copyright. And I'll say you can't release shit unless you get AO on the track. At least you press a button.
Facts. This actually becomes evidence of like It's tricky though. It is tricky though. Like if someone, it basically comes down to who can prove. It's like who said it or who done it first. You know what I mean? So like if he does do the remix, and he says, you know, mask over your face, Woo-Hah, but you have this recorded, and I'm like, look at the timestamp. You know,
Gotcha, bitch. That's how it is.
First, there you go.
And you're in Brooklyn, I'm in Queens, so we got that to claim too. We're not like in Kansas making this stuff up or nothing.
Yeah. Facts. Facts. We got the Supreme Court not too far from us. Fuck it. We'll take it all the way to the Supreme Court. Oh, man. But yeah, guys, I hope you stay safe. I hope the next fucking podcast, rather sooner than later, will be in person. Back in the man cave of Hooters.
Rona free.
Yeah. Rona free, man. Rona free 2020.
Exactly.
That's what we should be aiming for right now.
Yeah, man, and thank you so much again for taking the time out. Of course, time is of abundance in your case now, but of it, you afforded me some just to let me know you're good. Most importantly, you know, shout out to your girlfriend, making sure she's good and healthy and safe, most importantly, even though she went back to who she went back to, where it all stemmed from for her, unfortunately. But as long as she's safe and as long as she's good now.
Hey, man, we'll take it day by day. We'll make sure that, you know, whatever measures need to be taken to, you know, help her do her job safely and hopefully help someone from having experienced the worst and just get back to a fucking normal life, man. It's just, I think it still shocks me at how quick this thing spread and how much it's affected our lives.
It's insane, but I mean, we're all directly affected now. So I'll admit, I initially thought it was a hoax, conspiracy theory, all that. But then I know you know your girl. I know someone else close to me as well that got it. So
I gained zero from making any of this up. You feel me? Like
exactly.
But yeah. And honestly, like washing your hands not that fucking hard, guys. Like seriously, like. Even if it weren't true and washing your hands would be just a precaution, like that's something we should have been doing.
Eat clean hands to have a clean ass too. It's 1, 2. Black and white like keys on the piano. We're all getting played. Insanity. Quarantine is the tune.
Disinfect everything after you use it or before you use it and then wash your hands.
Especially if you
that
eat
way it's
ass,
cleaner.
Need it clean.
Oh gosh, we're not even. Hey man,
shout out to Brendan. Allegedly.
Live fast, eat ass. Yo, I appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you, brother.
Definitely gonna check in on you.
Definitely, man. Same here. Feel free. Don't be a stranger. You know, don't waste your life away in Tetris 99 and all that. You know. Cock blocking.
Not tonight.
Yo, it's over. All right, it's over. Move the mic. Thank you. All right.